Thanks so much, Rob, for introducing us. I'm just going to talk a bit about how we actually come to putting together the PPPs, just kind of briefly and introducing the panel here. So we're going to be discussing the PPP on posterior vitreous detachment, retinal breaks and retinal detachment, and lattice degeneration, and these are the evidence-based recommendations. This was our panel this year. I'm the chair. I have Ron Adelman from Yale, Steve Bailey from Casey Eye Institute, Amani Fauzi from Northwestern, Jenny Lim from UIC, and Atva Malakanda, who's locally in private practice. And we have a methodologist who works with us as well, Guisheng Ying. We had 7 PPPs to review. They're all very extensive documents, and we reviewed and edited all 7 of those over the last year. The committee met twice in 2018 and 2019 in Chicago and San Francisco. We had the benefit of having Ali Al-Raji, who's our Guidelines and Assessments Manager, Flora Lum, who's the Vice President for Quality and Data Science, and Rachel Lestra, who's our Editorial Production Coordinator, who helped us. The assigned PPPs were assigned to panel members to review and edit prior to our first meeting in Chicago, which was last year. This was, would work for about 8 hours during the day. We did get to go out to dinner afterwards, but these were the 7 PPPs that we reviewed over the past year. The revisions and more literature searches were then done after our initial review. We had another meeting in February of 2019. That one was in San Francisco. Most committee members were able to meet here and reviewed all the recent revisions from that first session. Then I met with the whole PPP panel, which is all the other chairs who are listed here, as Dr. Feder noted previously. We then again reviewed all the PPPs with all of the other chairs, and the revisions from that I then addressed. So I made these revisions, and then in July of this year, in 2019, the PPPs were then sent out for a wider internal and external review. So I sent these out, or the Academy sent these out to the main societies, including the Macula Society, Retina Society, and ASRS. And I also sent them out to individual practicing retina specialists, both academic specialists as well as private practice specialists. Once these were returned, I reviewed all these comments and edits, and I revised the PPPs again based on these comments. I completed this last review about August of 2019, and these then went back for a final review with the Academy. And during this final review, Ali added recommendations and ratings where necessary, and a medical editor would then review these at that time. The final reviews were completed at the end of September, and the expected publication is within the next couple of weeks. So these PPPs are very up to date. During the entire process, I updated, with the help of the Academy, we updated all the literature searches. These were done often, and we were also given all the relevant Cochrane reviews that were read and included as necessary. As of today, these are very up to date, pretty much as up to date as we can get them with all the current literature, and these will be reviewed again in 5 years' time. And with that, these are what we're going to discuss today. Ron Adelman will discuss posterior vitreous detachment. Atma Vimalakanda will discuss lattice degeneration. Jennifer Lim, retinal breaks, and then Steve Bailey, retinal detachment. So with that, I think we'll go ahead and get started. And I'll introduce Ron Adelman from Yale to discuss posterior vitreous detachment.